Okay, so we are graphing on a coordinate plane, just remembering those things. This is skills we already have. So quadrant one is the upper right corner. Quadrant two is the upper left corner. Quadrant three is the bottom left corner, and quadrant four is the bottom right corner. Now, quadrant one, everybody's positive. Quadrant one is the happy place, everybody's positive. Quadrant two, okay, your x values are going to be negative, but your y values are still positive, right? You're on this side of the number line for x's, which is negative. Up here is positive for y values. Quadrant three, everybody's negative. Nobody's happy. Everybody's negative in quadrant three. All right, so in quadrant three, you have negative x values and you use the negative y values. Quadrant four, okay, quadrant four, we have positive x values but negative y values. So we are on the positive side of the x line, but we are on the negative side of the y line. Just be careful, we're not cutting these right here. These are just, lines to separate out the information. Okay, so let's open this guy up. And I'm gonna use some colored pencils because I wanna be able to tell the differences between all the things, because that is how I roll. Let's start with brown. So here we have -4, 4. This is a x value, y value. So my x value is negative, so that means I'm gonna go backwards for 1, 2, 3, 4. Y value is positive, so I'm gonna go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy is on that point right there. Next up, we have a -1 for the x value and a -1 for the y value. So starting at this origin here, that's what this circle is gonna be. We're gonna practice graphing without numbers because you guys know how to count boxes. So this tells me to go back 1, down 1. So there's gonna be my dot for this guy. I'm gonna give a little shade so I know what color it is. Then next we have 5, -2, so this is a +5 for the x, -2 for the y. So starting at my origin, this tells me go right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down, 1, 2, bada, boom. That's where this guy is located. Then we have 2, 6, positive. So we're gonna be in quadrant 1, yeah. So right 2, up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's that point, easy peasy. Always start at the origin. It's your best friend. It's the main guy. It's how you know where you're supposed to go. Then we have 3, 2. Both of them are positive for the x and y, so we're gonna be in quadrant 1 again. So we're going 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, and there it is, right there. We have 5, 3. All right, so again, quadrant 1. So starting here, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the x's. 1, 2, 3 for the y's. All right. Now notice some things, right? Y-axis always goes up and down, so that's why you go up or down with the y-axis. X-axis is always left and right, so that's why you go right or left for the x-axis, okay? Knowing the differences between the positive and the negatives of the x and y-axis is gonna be super important. All right, next up, you have to identify the ordered pair. So this is where it starts to get fun. So here we have the smiley face. All right, so first things first, we gotta find where the smiley face is, and he's right here. So starting from the origin, how do I get there? Well, I go 1, 2 backwards, 1, 2 down. So that means I have a -2, -2. All right, and let's make some notes here real quick. Let's go at the bottom. X, you go right or left. Y's, let's do this. You go up or down, okay? And if you go right, this is a positive thing. If you go up, this is a positive thing. If you go down, that's a negative thing. If you go left, that's a negative thing. This is probably a good note to have. All right, next up, we got the hearty face. Oh, here's the hearty face right here. So from the origin to get to here, well, we don't have to go right or left. So that's going to be a 0 for my x if I don't have to go right or left. That's good to know. And I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a positive 7 for the y value. Then I got my alien. Oh my gosh. He is way over here. All right. He's in quadrant 1, so I know everything's going to be positive. So I know I got 9, 14, and that's a positive thing. Whew. All right, next we got the robot. Okay, so the robot is down here in quadrant 4. So I went right 4, that's a positive x value. So that is a negative y value, so negative 8. Next up, we have the pumpkin. So the pumpkin's right here, negative 7. And we don't go up or down, so that means my y value is gonna be 0. And then we got this super cute skull that's going on here. It's gonna be up in quadrant 2. So we go from the origin, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we went back 7 to the left 7. Bada boom. So we went up 9, so that's a positive thing. All right, so that's the end of this video. Ask your teacher in class where you're gonna be gluing the sky in. Have a good day.